impossible, impossible.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his throw here is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw going to be caught by Davis. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also
yeah.
Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's got room past the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. How about this? And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And some space here. Touchdown, 49ers.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. "6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jackson now. Open man is Uzomah. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. To throw is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1 yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Harris, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Fields throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
And some nifty running here as as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Right back to Sanders on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 5 now. Fields on the slant. He's got Davis. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Fields on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On play action, Fields. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Bass is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down.
There he goes, right side. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Sutton. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Now a first down throw, Fields. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Corey Davis, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have moved down in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out and
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. Corey Davis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine.
He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, it's Fields. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. He hit us first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 108 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
To throw is Fields. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Fields. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown 49ers. Christian Watson, 41 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jackson will keep it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain, and the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Jackson got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bryant. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Uzomah. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Barrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. first and 10. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Another run with Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets him to the finish line, a comfortable lead. Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Fields now to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Fields. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, Fields. And it's Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Seahawks take over at first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. From the 24, Jackson. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out.
And now here's another interception. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Bass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. On the draw, it's Harris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now whistles here. And I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
You see it?
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out of this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.